stay, staying motivated all the time is biologically impossible. Sometimes we are motivated, sometimes we are not. But is really what's matter for us that why sometimes we are motivated and sometimes we are not. This happened because of our various reason, and this happened because of the various reason. Some of the few highly performance, they don't rely on the constant motivation, but they build the system that works for them. Okay, so actually they build some of the system that works for them when their motivation drops down. For a deep research backend explanation how motivation actually works and how to stay consistently driven in motivated in driven life, so you can read my book Psychology of Confidence. That will help you a lot to understand, but I am going to share some of the secret here, that why motivation works, what is motivation, and how you can make sure you can stay always motivated. So number one thing you have to understand that motivation is a brain chemistry cycle. Okay, so it's like on the brain, not a personality traits. Okay, so some people work 24 hours daily because they are have that much of the mindset. Okay, so it's all about your brain, how works and how much time you can do that particular things. Okay, so motivation is primarily driven by dopamine. Okay, so whatever you see somewhere, you see the some blogger, if they are getting good money, they are already motivated. Why? Because they are generating dopamine. So motivation is primarily driven by the dopamine, and a neurotransmitter linked to anticipation, not pleasure. Okay, so if you are getting result for anything, you automatically work hard and you are motivated for that. But if you're doing something and you're not getting result, trust me, you are not going to be motivated to do that work again. And yes, sometimes you can be stay consistent and you can work, but at a one place you are going to feel unmotivated. This is not because of the your personality traits. This is because of you're not getting result, and primarily your motivation is like getting brain chemistry, and you are not getting that much of the uh, you are not getting that much of the dopamine and that neurotransmitter in your brain. Okay, so motivation is primarily driven by your dopamine, and that is linked to your brain. Okay, so if you are feeling happy, like you are watching a movie and you are like feeling good about that, then you can feel strongly that it's okay to motivated to watch the whole movie. Suppose there is a new movie release happen and you go on theater and you're looking the movie, you automatically feel motivated. Why? Because you are feeling motivated because uh, you are connected, you are releasing dopamine for that motivation. Okay, so in that way you can be more working. So like that factor, motivation is a brain chemistry and it's a chemistry cycle. So hi, Pooja. And so dopamine spike before action, after success. So if you are doing anything and you are having result immediately for that work, you feeling successful, you already going to motivated for that. But suppose you are making videos and no one is watching that videos, you are going to feel depressed. So your motivation going to feel down. Okay, so hi, your motivation is going to be down. Same way, if you are doing something and you are doing something and you're getting result so much. Hi Faizan. Hello, hello Pooja, hello Faizan. So if you are doing any work and you are getting so much result for that work, you feel more motivated. So your brain release dopamine. Yeah, I am doing something and I'm getting very good result. So similarly, you can do anything and you can get the good result. You can feel more motivated, okay, for that work. So your motivation related with your dopamine, like you are watching Instagram reel and you are looking so much motivation video, but your motivation is for the, okay, method. Your id is like that, so that why, sorry. So yeah, so dopamine spike before actions, not like after success. So whenever you're doing something, you feel more attracted toward your dopamine. Second thing works that in motivation is action come before motivation. So you are so much active for any works, action that you are doing for your work, that going to create motivation for you, okay. Suppose you are doing going on a office daily because you your back you got salary for that, so that is a way for getting motivated. So in that way, action create your motivation, right? So whatever activities, bro, so I am teaching about how we can get more motivated, and I am talking about my book about yes, so I am talking about my book Psychology of Motivation, and what matter in the motivation and how you can be more motivated, that I'm talking about really here. So I'm talking about that action create motivation, right? So whatever activity you are doing, that activity actually create the motivate, that activity actually motivate you. So any activity you are doing, that is related to your motivation, not the other way around. So whatever activity you are doing, it's like is suppose you are doing a small action that activate the behavior activation system. So moment and your dopamine, your motivation loop, okay. So your action, your dopamine and your motivation loop. So whatever activity you are doing, that is connected with your motivation loop. This is why people feel motivated after starting, not before, okay. So suppose you want to start a startup, you are thinking about startup, but when you start the startup, you feel more motivated. Why? Because you take the action. So action, so that I mentioned, your movement, your action gives you dopamine, and that dopamine gives you motivation loop. You know what is loop? Loop is like that specific circle that is going around there. So in coding we understand that loop system, that again and again happen. So similarly in the motivation, you feel again and again that particular thing. So that is motivation loop. So whatever activity you are doing, whatever the movement you are doing, you feel motivated for dopamine, you're going to release for that, and then that is going to do the motivation loop again and again and again and again. So this is how you get more motivation. So your action, your activities going to create more motivation for you. So whatever activities you are doing, you are going to more activate. So this is why people when start anything, they feel less motivated. But when they have done something, suppose I have taken a specific office for rent, and I have opened a startup, and now I have opened my company. Now I feel more motivated because I have taken the risk already. So don't wait to feel motivated, start teeny, motivation follow you. So you don't have to feel about motivation, that whenever I am going to feel motivated, then I am going to start my work. When I am going to feel motivated, then I'm going to start my work. Don't do that particular things. You have to start your work, you have to start your work, and then you have to uh, wait for particular time. So you have to like, you don't have to feel you don't have to wait for the motivation. You have to start your work, you have to start the teeny action, teeny moment, and teeny motivation, then automatically follow. So people, anyone who wait for the motivation, they never success, because motivation don't come in that way. You have to start your action, you have to take things on that way. Suppose you want to crack an exam, you have to read the book, you have to understand the concept, then you can read the book. So in that way you have to start the point. You have don't have to feel baited for the motivation, don't wait for motivation, you have to take the action, and then automatically you are going to reach on that path, you are going to reach on that motivation method. Goals don't motivate, progress does. Okay, so suppose you are getting progress for your work, you are going to feel motivated whatever you are doing in your life. Remember this thing, that if you are doing anything and you are feeling progress about that, you are going to be more motivated. So your progress, your result going to motivate you on your way, on your path. So this is why I always say don't wait for motivation, just start your work. Your progress going to your progress going to help you to keep you motivated always. So goals don't motivate, progress going to motivate you. And this is the psychology. Big goals are emotionally distant, the brain respond to the visible progress. Okay, suppose you are doing anything and you are getting very good result, your desire going to be more toward that. Okay, I'm getting the good result for that, so I need to continue this works. Okay, so in that way you can do the good things. Okay, so if you are something doing and you're getting good result for that particular things, automatically you have to get more motivation for that. So uh, tiny works, small movement, you can work for that, and slowly smoothly you're going to get result for that, and you will feel more motivated for that particular things. So daily measurable progress, inspiration goals is going to get you more motivated daily. Then we talking about research, why that motivation important. Your willpower is finite. Okay, so you have finite willpower. Motivation dies when decision increases. So willpower is limited cognitive resource, and decision fatigue skills motivation, right? So you have to have more willpower. Like environment also control motivation more than mindset. So who is along with you, and how many people's like you are going through and living with the people around you going to affect your motivation so much. So your surrounding going to predict your behavior more than your intention. So remember, if you want to keep yourself always motivated, surround yourself with the high energy people, more productive people, more successful people around you. Then you can automatically control your motivation and you can automatically be more productive in that way. So this is how you can do. One other insight I want to share is that purpose is a stronger fuel than pleasure. Okay, so if you have good purpose, you can be more purpose. If you are more purpose driven, you can outperform your those rewards, right? So you have to core method while doing this. You can be like feel more pleasure on that way. Okay, so people driven by meaning outperform those driven by rewards. Okay, so that people driven by meaning outperform those driven by reward. People driven by the meaning outperform those driven by reward. So like suppose you are doing something that is going to control by good desire, a bigger purpose, then you automatically feel motivated for that particular thing. So motivation drops when energy drops. If you are having more energy, you feel more motivated, but if you have less energy, you feel less motivated. Sleep more every day, over 6 hours, more than 6 hours every day. If you have energy, then you can do anything. Without energy you can't. So you need good energy, because I believe that more energy is more motivation. Your blood sugar level, chronic stress high, you have to be healthy to be more productive and more motivated always. So your healthy, being healthy is highly dependent on your motivation, is highly dependent on your your energy level. So you cannot be 100% always motivated, but you can keep yourself motivated. You can read my book, Psychology of Motivation, to that. And thanks for listening me.